Ladies and gentlemen, yes, we're back with another video here today, and there seems to be something that has been brewing underneath everybody's noses for the past, I would say, 1 to 2 weeks, okay? There has not been a major content creator out there. That includes Asmongold, that includes Nuxtaku, that also does include Rev Says Desu and stuff like that. So there is an Instagram uprising right now. It hasn't really hit YouTube yet, but I'm thinking, it's probably gonna hit in the algorithm at some point in time in the future, like later this week. But as of right now, April 5th is going to be the doomsday of the entire United States. Okay. You like that clickbait? Even though I said I would not do clickbait. I'm such a weasel. Anyways, so apparently this movement had started, or the sign up of this movement had essentially started about a week and a half to 2 weeks ago. I want to say maybe closer to 2 weeks. And has been getting a lot of attention lately from news networks. Honestly, I'm surprised that nobody has ever acknowledged this at this point in time. I'm really surprised nobody has acknowledged this. I don't know if people think that, this is not important and stuff like that. Well, it wouldn't have been as important if, let's just be for real here, people. Okay, let's be for real. Okay, if there was like maybe a few 100,000 sign up petitions and stuff like that, like in your local cities and stuff like that, then I could see the argument that that this is not going to be a very successful protest. But here's the thing that surprised the living daylights out of me as to how many cities are going to be taking part of this protest. Okay? So far, I have seen these cities. Okay, I have seen this many cities. But as I take a look at my state, it turns out there is, if I can find it though, if I can really find it, there is a number. Oh geez, I took off the website. But there is a number of cities and counties in Texas of all places, that is going to be taking part in this protest. The most craziest, insane people are going to be joining hands with a lot of different people here in the United States. Yeah, you would think that Texas would be the last place to be taking part of this shit, especially with the amount of counties that I have seen that are taking part of this. Some of the most crazy conservative counties are going to be taking part in this shenanigans. Not shenanigans. Are going to be taking part in this event. Which is mind-boggling, to say the least. Delete this, because honestly, when my mom saw the numbers on this, on the number of protesters that are coming around, it's more than 10,000 of people. It's, from what I have seen, it's reached up to about 15 million people now across the United States. Which is a lot of people. Okay, this is not tens of thousands of people. This is an understatement. I don't know where they're getting their facts and figures from. But yeah, it's involving more than 15 million people at this point in time. I don't know what numbers or the exact numbers are at this point in time, but I know it's over 15 million at this point. So millions of people in the United States and around the world are preparing to take streets Saturday, April 5th. Now, this is significant, okay? The world, okay? When they mentioned the world, I saw something that was pretty interesting. When they mean world, they mean world. It's gone so viral that even France is getting involved. That's crazy. Okay, yes, I know we can meme on France and stuff like that, and how they're a bunch of like whiny little children and stuff like that. But there are other cities all across the world that are going to be doing their demonstrations. You got London. London, England is going to be taking to the streets on April 5th, 2025. That is insane. So you got 600 events planned across all 50 states and multiple international cities. The message is unified and urgent. Hands off our rights, our resources, and our democracy. In London, demonstrators will gather in I know I'm gonna botch this name. Trafalgar Square from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, British Standard Time. Joining the movement alongside Americans, Canadians, Brits, and others from around the world. They're threatening to invade Canada, Greenland, and Panama. Oh, damn! Okay. Yikes! They're really going after Donald Trump and Elon Musk now this time, aren't they? And daring the world to stop them. Well, this is the world saying no. Organizers said this is a crisis, and the time to act is now. Back in the United States, the centerpiece protest is scheduled for Washington, D.C., where thousands are expected to convene at Washington Monument at noon for a massive rally on the National Mall. Organizers say the protests are a response to Trump and congressional Republicans' efforts to gut essential programs like healthcare, Social Security, public education. That's a big one with me. Public education. Because that is the one thing that dictatorial authoritarianism is trying to dismantle any citizenship of or rights of Americans, because they hate smart people, right? We've seen how the same thing that happened in China, right? All this thing that you see right here is exactly what happened in China. But in Russia, it's a little bit worse when it comes to civil rights and liberties. In Russia, it's way worse. And civil rights protections. Moves that have sparked nationwide outrage. This mass mobilization day is our message to the world that we do not consent to the destruction of our government and our economy for the benefit of Trump and his billionaire allies. That is so true. Even to the point where it's like, a lot of these, like, what is it called? People like Asmongold and people like Brett Cooper and Amala Ekanoboy and something like that. And I have an interesting thing for Amala, because apparently there might be a counter mobilization, and it involves the black community, which is kind of insane. I'll get to that article in a second. And our economy for the benefit of Trump and his billionaire allies. Organizers in D.C. said alongside Americans across the country, we are marching, rallying, and protesting to demand a stop to the chaos and build an opposition movement against the looting of our country. Demonstrations are planned from coast to coast, including Buffalo, New York, Columbus, Georgia, Hollywood, Florida, Guilford, Connecticut, York, Pennsylvania, Ames, Iowa, Conroe, Texas. Oh, not too far from where not too far from where I live. And throughout California, where organizers are uniting for large-scale actions in Los Angeles and Sacramento. From early morning rallies to afternoon marches, the protests will take many forms. Town halls, digital campaigns, and street demonstrations. All grounded in a commitment to nonviolent resistance. Organizers say the April 5th movement builds on growing frustration with the Trump administration agenda. The crowd counting consortium reported over 2,085 protests nationwide in February of 2025. Now, this says 2,085 protests. It doesn't say anything about protestors. Okay? Protests are a rally of people with an undetermined amount of people inside of them. Right? That's what protest is. Okay? It's a government rally of an undisclosed amount of people at a specific location. Okay? Protestors are the people that attend these protests. So the mere fact that there's 2,085 protests is insane. That is absolutely insane. Honestly, with the number of like countries that are getting involved and this number of protests, especially nationwide. Okay? Nationwide protests, this is crazy. God only knows how many people across the globe are going to be participating in these protests. This number could very well go over 4,000. Do you have any idea how many millions of people that is? That could reach anywhere between 80 to 100 million people. Okay, it even supersede that. We could see numbers of about maybe 3 to 400 million protesters all across the freaking globe. That's crazy. During a recent week-long congressional recess, more than 500 events were held across the country. Often districts where elected officials avoided meeting constituents. I think this has something to do with the Bernie Sanders fight oligarchy kind of movement that happened not too long ago. So that's a thing. At the core of the message is a defense of everyday Americans and the systems they depend on. We stand with people of color and all those being stripped of their basic human and civil rights. We stand with our educational institutions and the countless faculty, researchers, and students that are being subjected to arbitrary political litmus tests, uncertainty, and censorship in their work. Oh God, there's an ad playing. La 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 la. From London to Los Angeles, from the National Mall to Niagara Square. Whoa. April 5th is shaping up to be a defining day of resistance against what demonstrators call an authoritarian power grab that threatens the very fabric of democracy. We're not waiting for someone to save us. We're taking action ourselves. Damn. So this movement is going to be kind of crazy. Now, I mentioned earlier that there could be a counter movement. Okay, there could be a counter movement, which is kind of insane. And this tweet here is pretty much gonna be. I think Amala Ekinoboy is going to be taking a look at this from her perspective. But there is this tweet right here. It says, "Black people, y'all not be out there protesting on the 5th. This isn't our fight. And remember that their ancestors agreed in unison for all the coming events that will surely unfold against them soon. Sit down and be humble." What? What? Oh, okay, that is crazy. We also got a tweet here that says, "You aren't seeing black folks at these protests because we know Trump will use us as an excuse to start violence, to justify martial law. Black folks, stay home, be in peace. Our time will come. Everyone else peacefully protest, but understand we will be human shields." What? What is this? Are you freaking kidding me right now? So that is absolutely crazy. That is absolutely crazy. that to think that there's this anti-boycott movement because they're afraid of systemic racism? Are you joking me right now? Wow. Uh Y'all be joking, right? As Black Americans step into this new era of activism, striking a balance between action and caution becomes paramount. With warnings echoing through social media and calls to protest gaining traction, a complex scenario unfolds. The upcoming protest may not may not signify a fight against the Trump administration and Elon Musk. It could very well reflect a turning point in how the Black community approaches resistance. I just gotta say, what the hell is going on? Are you freaking kidding me right now? This is a thing that's happening. This is, are you serious right now? This is a thing. So the one thing that's supposed to be protecting you as an American, you guys are going to back down because you're tired of being a human shield. I'm sorry, but since when have you guys never been a human shield on your own? Right. When it's convenient for you for some odd reason. But this is a very very startling counter trend. Um, I don't know what the black community has to say about this. At least the reasonable people. But I would like to know what in the bloody blue hell is your opinion for saying this. Are you joking? Oh my god. And this is from a TikToker. What TikToker went viral expressing all my black folks, y'all better not be going out there to rally. Make sure on April 5th that you are at home, at work, and minding your business. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna end it there. I mean, this is kind of crazy. This is crazy. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be I'm gonna see what I'm gonna be doing. Okay, I'm going to make a YouTube post about exactly what I'm gonna be doing. Am I gonna be making a single video, or am I gonna be live streaming it? So the day that you can expect that type of post, whether I'm gonna be live streaming it or doing a single video about it, will be Thursday morning at the latest. So look out for that post. Thursday morning at the latest of what I'm going to be doing as far as um, bringing you content about this rally. It will be, in fact, it will be in Town Hall of Houston, Texas, where I reside in. So yeah, that's it. Request que te pache, and I guess I'll see you guys on my live stream on Twitch Friday and Saturday. Um, I know I'm gonna be like in downtown Houston, probably in downtown Houston Saturday. That's for sure. I'm gonna be live streaming some games on Friday and try to chillax and stuff like that on Friday. And yeah, we'll go from there. Okay. No, I mean, however I'm gonna present the content is what I'm gonna announce on Thursday morning. Okay. So See you guys then.